Hi, welcome back everyone. We are today writing recursive and explicit formulas. We are looking at a mathematical sequence, in other words, a pattern of numbers, and we are going to find two different ways of writing this. All right, now recursive has to do with depending upon the previous term. So if I were to take these, since my numbers are getting larger, and I were to take the second one minus the first one, 7 minus 4, I get 3. 10 minus 7, I get 3. 13 minus 10, I get 3. 16 minus 13, I get 3. So, a pattern would be add 3 to the previous term. Now, when you are adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing the previous term by a number, that's called a recursive formula. Okay? The recursive pattern is add 3 to get to the previous term to get the next term. So how would we write this? Well, if my first term is 4, I start with 4. Okay, so how would I get the next one? Well, I would have to say n plus 3 to get the next term. So I need both of these things, defining the first number and then my recursive rule, adding 3 to the previous. Now, that's recursive, okay? So this would be my recursive pattern right here. Now, explicit has to do with, I just pick a number. If I want to find the fifth term, all I have to do is plug 5 in to a formula to get the fifth term. Now, recursive is nice when you have smaller numbers of terms, but what if you have to find the 100th term? You don't want to have to find the first 99 in order to get number 100, do you? No, that would take too long. Okay, so let's see if we can find other patterns. All right, in related to, now my first number is 4. The second term is 7. The third one is 10. The fourth number is 13. And the fifth one is 16. Okay, now let's see. Oh, I have an idea. What if I took my number, times 3? 1 times 3 is 3. And then I add 1 to that. What's 2 times 3? 6. I add 1 to 6 and I get 7. What's 3 times 3? 9. 9 plus 1 more makes 10. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 1 more is 13. Okay. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 more makes 16. In other words, these are multiples of 3, this number here. But I add 1 to that. So my explicit formula is 3 times whatever my number n is. When n is 1, 3 times 1, plus 1 more. This is my explicit formula right here. 3 times n plus 1, because these numbers are multiples of 3 with 1 added to them. Okay, now we've got it. All right, enjoy these.